This information goes out to the government of Uganda, and more so to the Ministry of Education, to the UNEB officials. There is something actually I want to talk about, and this thing is all about the malpractices and the injustices that are in the examination board. No, this thing has really happened for several times. The malpractices are happening in the marking and all the stuff, but it is not worse. It is not to the worst as it's happening this year round, or what I actually realized in the PLA results, because this is the year whereby we really had a really big shift, a very big shift, a very big change. It's really disappointing, and the impact of it, because you guys, you are at least, there are some people who are actually gaining out of, or who are gaining the satisfaction out of this, of switching the marks of different students and giving it to other students. But the fact is, you don't know how impactful this thing is. You know how it's demoralizing to a number of students out there who are really expecting a lot. People who actually were ill-treated by getting their marks and giving them to other students. And it is very, very absurd that as the PLE or the UNEB officials, you came out very boldly and you say that you're not ready for a remarking. If really there is nothing that is really going on, or if really everything that you're doing is really good, I just wonder why you would have a fear to really come out and beg onto what people are really asking for. Because trust me, the injustice is too much, as if Ugandans and the Ugandan government is not enough. For all the rigging of the elections that has happened for over three generations, or three terms, of all the corruption, of all the Mabatsaga that has really happened in Uganda, I just feel like you guys, it's too much for you to even feel like that's not enough for you, and even you take an extent of really going and start tampering with a result of students or results of the pupils, just because you really want to put some districts, or you want to put your region as in you want to put your region on top. Because honestly speaking, there is no trade, there is no gradual development. Really, to come out with, as the rankings say, that really some 3 districts have surpassed Wakiso and have surpassed Kampala. Really, there is no logic behind it. Because if it was really something that has been really coming out, that the districts that are really heading this time around have really been doing it for the past years, or have been really next to the best districts. I'm not saying that Wakiso and Kampala have to be the best, but there should be an explanation. You get it? Because trust me or not, whether you believe me or not, because I don't want to be biased in this, the fact is that always facilitated for Wakiso and Kampala to be the best districts in Uganda in all spheres of all levels of education, is because a lot of factors around it. We have a lot of positive factors that can really yield to that. But if you're really coming out and frontlining, or you really get all ways to see that you're really frontlining other districts, to me, I feel like there is something very unfair, or it is really done in a very bad way. The government, you have other avenues that you really have to put up, like saying that you may say that we are going to put a number of schools in those areas. We may do other factors, but not what you guys are doing. Something of switching results of someone. There are people who are actually going to drop out of school because of such things that you do that are really, really, really unethical. And the fact is, this thing may sound obvious, that the truth will always come out. As the government, you've really done this, of switching the results, of undermarking people in Central. But the fact is, the truth will one time come out. You guys, you've really done a lot, but it is too much. It is too much. I personally am speaking on a point of view that we own a school, but a school whereby of all generations we've been having, we've never performed less than what we performed in our mocks. But this time around, we had even got 11 first grades in Waukesha mocks. We've been having our learners performing to the best. But to our disappointment, the 11 first grades of Waukesha, which is credible, I must say, they all turned out with only 3 first grades. I personally believe in Kadarala, but I believe there is always a reason why or how really God put something to happen. This time around, these things that UNEB did were despicable. Because personally, I feel the pain. I've ever been disappointed, but at least I found it justifiable. Like, you never know things now happen. But the way this time around UNEB made things happen, it's really unexplainable. It's really unrelatable. And I just feel like if we would have a voice as Ugandans, all those schools that are really celebrating to the fullest, there should be something to be put out. A voice that should be put out for UNEB, as UNEB, to back up or back off the unethical acts that they do. Because trust me, as everyone would believe, the example I've given you, that in most cases, Waukesha, you may find that school even can have 1 first grade, but in Waukesha, but afterwards, in UNEB, they get around 10 first grades. But this time around, we had excellent learners. But most of the learners that we had, they all ended up having 2nd grades, 3rd grades. But why would that happen? And out there, you're really denying these people the success they deserve at the expense, or you're giving other people success or victory at the expense of others suffering. Why would you do that as the government? This is total demoralizing of a generation, and also on the other hand are awarding people what they don't really deserve. As Ugandans, we really need to work up. Fine, we actually acknowledge that the education sector is not really good and it's not working very good. But there are some things we don't not expect to happen. A number of government schools are out there cheating. Fully cheating exams, fully. But amidst that, you even go to that extent. That is being shameless. Like how the president of Uganda comes out and rigs elections and then comes out and says that the opposition is in hand, or it enticed a lot into the happening of the... Really? And then you bring it also to the education sector. We actually believe that our education sector is really poor. But don't make it to the worst. Let's give people credit where they deserve it. And let's give people what they deserve at a particular moment. But the issue of pleasing others while annoying others, while inconveniencing others, is not something as a government should let happen. Should let happen. Shamelessly. I just believe that this government is some BS. And as for those people out there celebrating, celebrate. Today it may be us, tomorrow it may be you. Tomorrow it may be someone, tomorrow it may be you. So as you're laughing, as you're celebrating, just know we need to really stand up. I know my voice, at times I always say it, my voice may not be heard, but at least I can communicate why I feel like it's not right. If we need our education better, we need to sacrifice our interests. We need to know what is really right and what should be done right. However much you guys bring the new collections whatsoever, and you don't really put things right. You're trying to demystify the first grade syndrome, but then you're really putting the education, you're really now intensifying it to the worst. But why? A betterment. Call her mama whatsoever, we don't give a damn. What mama does such